Some people have this idea that they don't have to ground themselves, learn up, and make themselves very stable in the preliminary practices and preliminary teachings. That they feel that Tantra is the fastest path, so therefore it bypasses everything else. And once they go into Tantra, they receive the magic initiation from the Lama on the throne, and they get the sacred secret mantra, and they just go into their rooms and they recite, then everything will transform, everything will change, everything will be overnight success. Well, it doesn't really happen that way, and that's not the way Tantra was actually presented. Unfortunately, some people throughout the world have advertised Tantra the wrong way in the first place. The wrong way is to advertise that it is the fastest path, the quickest path, and that if you just rely on Tantra alone, you can achieve everything and nothing else is much needed, that it's just bypasses. So as a result, you get a lot of people running for initiations, running for these secret practices, running for the sacred, running for everything that is tantric in nature. Well, there are people out there who are qualified to get Tantra, and they practice and they do get results, some quickly, but most of us, including myself, are not. So therefore, what I like to elucidate is here, using Vajrayogini's Tantra as an example, but it definitely applies to Kalachakra and Yamantaka, Guhya Samaja, Chittamanitara, Hiruka, Gyawagyatso Chenezik. It applies to all of those. And what happens is, during the Tantric initiation, in short, I can't explain too much for those of you who don't have initiation, as I would be breaking my commitments. But in short, during Tantric initiation, you have the preparatory initiation, which is one day, the first day. Then you have the actual initiation the next day. And during the preparatory initiation, you're supposed to examine to see if any inauspicious signs or dreams or anything happened that should give you a warning that you shouldn't get this initiation, as you are not ready. From the side of the Tantra or initiation, there is no fault. From the side of the receiver, sometimes you are not ready. So therefore, the next day, the second day, is the actual initiation. When you receive the initiation, you have to take certain vows, you have to take certain commitments, you have to take certain promises. And those promises and vows and commitments that you take during initiation are extremely important. They are more important for you to gain attainments, for you to get the result from the initiation. The initiation itself is to plant the seeds into your mind stream. But the actual work happens after the initiation. The actual process of gaining attainments happen after the initiation. There are cases where during initiation some people get attainments, but those are far and very distant in between. Those you should not rely and hope on. Because we have to look at our qualities. Do we have bodhicitta? Do we have some realization, understanding, shunyata that is manifested in our daily activities, not just the intellectual understanding? So therefore, simply to hope that we will get some attainments from the initiation itself is the hope of a beggar, the hope of a very poor person wishing to buy a huge big building, but they have no money. So like that, what's important is that whatever we have promised during initiation is much more important after initiation. And after, whether you meet your Lama or not, whether you are getting special care from your Lama or not, whether your Lama is unfortunately passed away or you're still living or not, it doesn't matter. Because during initiation, you have taken oaths and commitments and samayas and promises from your Lama as a deity. So during the initiation of Vajrayogini, you don't visualize your Lama as a human being or a monk or the teacher or whatever. You visualize it as taking it directly from Vajrayogini. So whether your Lama is hanging around you or is alive or has passed away makes no difference, because actually during initiation, the correct mode of receiving initiation is the thing that you have received at Vajrayogini. Or in the case of Yamataka, Yamataka. So therefore, Yamataka is deathless. Vajrayogini is deathless. Therefore, if your Lama is around or not, if they are alive or not, it doesn't make any difference. It should not impact your practice whatsoever.